Hey everybody, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBay. I am MovieBay, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review of a RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 4, entitled B, I'm a Drag Queen. But before we get to it though, I would like for y'all to consider subscribing to the channel. Here on MovieBay, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television, and if that is the type of content you like, you might as well stick around and hit that subscribe button. And if you find yourself enjoying my commentary along the way, don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up and or drop a comment down below. Now let's go ahead and get into the episode. Now, as y'all all know, last week we had our first queen sashay away, and it was the lucky stars who turned out to be not so lucky. Was it too soon? Too soon? My bad. But here's my thing. A lot of the girls are very sad. I mean, they're crying. And of course, Joella is, feeling a little bit uncomfy. Okay, shout out to Love is Blind. She's feeling a little bit uncomfy because why are so many people crying? I know that y'all like Lucky, but it's given that y'all like her more than me. And what I'm thinking is Lexi, Susie, Arietti, y'all are so sad and heartbroken that Lucky is gone. But I didn't see none of y'all helping her in the workroom. I believe Arietti, gave her like some tips on like a silhouette or something like that to that effect. But like none of y'all was really helping her. None of y'all was really helping her to try to stay around. And trust me, I'm the first person to be like, it's a competition. It's a competition. I am that girly. But at the same time, I'm not going to cry that my good homegirl go home if she flopped on a challenge that I did not help her with. Y'all could have helped her with her sewing. Y'all could have helped her with a vision, helped her with her mug, helped her with a wig. See, I didn't help her with anything. So I say the tears. Say the tears. I don't want any. If I was lucky, save them. I don't want them. So, as we all know, Sam Starr won the competition, the design challenge. I liked her garment, but I did like Arietti's better. I guess it was just more my style, if you ask me. And Arietti is, of course, upset that Sam won as well, and she called her wig ugly. And I'm not gonna hold you. The wig was cute, but the hairline, it was hideous. I can't even lie. We gotta call it like it is. And of course, Jules Sparkle is upset that Anya was even in the tops after quote unquote stealing her trim. And I know I had an unpopular opinion about it. I just watched a sibling rivalry with Bob and Monet, and me and Bob so simpatico because how am I stealing something that don't belong to you? This was placed out for the whole green group to use. So you're going to use the whole spool? Girl, bye. I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't going to get back into it. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below. And of course, it'll be on the end cards at the end of the video, okay? So y'all can get my full commentary on the Jules versus Anya. Now, the challenge for this episode is basically the girls are going to do a CD infomercial based off of iconic quotes and moments from the show. And it's going to be based off of, or my perception is it's going to be based off of lyrics and of course visuals because the girls have to direct their own scenes. I'm going to get into the challenge when I get into the runway specifically. However, during the challenge, a lot of the girls are worried about Joella's performance, Corey's, Lexi, Hormona, and Arietti's because theirs were either flat or they didn't really have much of a vision. Now, in the workroom before the runway, everybody seems super confident that they did so well. And everybody is kind of like pressuring Joella, like, hey, girl, how you feeling? Hey, girl, how you feeling? Now, it is because she was in the bottom last episode. But according to like Untucked, Joella isn't really well liked by the queens. A lot of them think that she is delusional, and a lot of them kind of want her to go home. They think that the writing is on the wall for Joella. Now, there's also a moment in this episode between Joella and Anya, and Joella asks Anya, what are you wearing on the runway? And Anya says she's going to wear something that is related to her cultural heritage, being African American or African roots. And Joella kind of asked for advice, like, how do you get so confident to express your heritage during your drag? Because Joella essentially, long story short, feels the need to assimilate to American culture. And it's not foreign. A lot of people do feel the need to assimilate, try to fit in into whatever environment that they are into. But basically, Joella, from me to you, it's all about pride. It's all about pride. You have pride in your sexual orientation. You have pride in your culture. I wouldn't have never felt like Joella felt like this. I never would have thought that Joella felt like this based on her entrance look, because I thought that when you are a queen and you have your entrance look, that entrance look is basically saying, this is my type of drag. So I thought Joella would be very much so Asian culture in all of her aesthetics, but she's not. And I guess it was I think it was a good conversation to have in the workroom. I'll say that. And like Anya said, I don't want your entrance look to be the last that you shout out your culture, because you should definitely wear it on your sleeve. You know what I'm saying? There was also another moment in the workroom where we get to hear Lexi's background story. And I'm not going to hold y'all. I do, I watch a lot of TV shows. I write movies, all types of stuff, y'all. And because of the edit that Lexi was getting, I said, oh my God, my girl about to go home. Oh no, my girl about to go home. They was already worried about her in the challenge. And I don't know what she's going to do in this runway. My girl about to go home. She's telling us her life story. But anyways, Lexi basically tells us that she started drag as a means to survive because she was, I guess, kind of like faced with an ultimatum when she was younger. Her parents found out that she had a quote unquote boyfriend, and she decided to, if I can't stay here, being how I am, I'm going to leave. And she left. She had to live on the street. She was taken in, but the family that she was taken in by, they were also, not living well. They didn't have electricity and running water. So she started doing drag as a way to survive. And I was just like, get it out the mud, literally get it out the mud type of story. And we write the stories, like Joella said. Shout out to Mariah. All right, now let's go ahead, you guys, and we're going to get into the runway and the challenge of this episode. But before we do that, like stated, if you are enjoying my commentary thus far, please consider subscribing to the channel. Binge my channel, binge my playlist. Okay, I promise you're going to run into something that you love. Now let's go ahead and get into these runways. I'm going to do it by pairs and or singles with their runways and talking about their skit for the challenge. All right, let's get into Miss Lana Jarrett and Lydia B. Butthole. Let's start with the runways. I cannot wait for the judges to critique Lydia Butthole Collins because I'm not here for her. She said that she is giving, pissy quilt that the cat pissed on, and I smell it. It looks like it. I'm not here for it. It's something about it that I like, but per usual, it's just all over the place. Like I don't know what to call it, like on the legs. Like it's not, I don't know. It looks like pissy quilt. It gives that. That was her goal. She executed. I just really want to see what the judges feel about her aesthetic. As of now, it's safe because other people are quote unquote worse, but I'm just waiting for them to critique her. Now, when it comes to Lana Jarrett, oh, by the way, the category is quilted for your pleasure. My bad. But when it comes to Lana Jarrett, initially, I really wasn't feeling it for real until I saw Untucked and I could really get into the details of her outfit, because I was like, I'm not getting quilt. But like I said, when you see it up close, you can definitely see the quilt and what she was going for. Of course, you see like the leg warmers. I don't know if this is a skirt or shorts. I hope it's a skirt, because if it's shorts, I don't think I will like it as much. But get into the hair and the mug of it all. Like Lana Jarrett, in my personal, this is the prettiest I have seen her look thus far on this show. Now let's talk about their song. They had y'all from Chicago, okay, by Mystique I guess quote from Mystique. And I thought they did fine. Lana was really worried about having a country track, but she did really well. I am honestly pleasantly surprised with Lana Jarrett, because usually when you see a pretty queen, a look queen, a model-esque type queen, you think they're going to be afraid to be silly and to be ugly. But Lana Jarrett really surprised me in this challenge, and I can't wait to see what else she comes with, especially like for next week's type of SNL type show. I think Lydia did fine. As of now, she's kind of just like a coasting queen. Like I said, nobody really pays too much attention because there are other people who are worse, but she's definitely not like rising to the top. And I'm not being biased. She did fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she did fine. this skit definitely turned out better than I thought it would. The highlight of it, though, especially when it was behind the scenes and you saw Crystal Envy turning into the tumbleweed and rolling behind him. I definitely thought that was going to upstage them on the final performance, on the final edit, but it didn't. It was just a nice, tasteful addition to their skit. So they did good to me. All right. So Lydia's look, hated it. Lana's, I liked it. All right. Let's go ahead and proceed. Here we have Joella. Now, Joella had her solo performance. That's why she has to slide all to herself. I promise I'm not being shady. Quilted for your pleasure. Joella came out as an actual quilt with RuPaul airbrushed on the back. I thought this was going to be a reveal. She did not take it off. The reveal was RuPaul being on the back. Now, like the judges said, a major problem, not only is it like, not cute, but a major problem is we couldn't really see you. Like the hole definitely should have been better, bigger. Maybe that would have saved it. But honestly, what really would have saved it is she had taken that off and it had been a reveal underneath it. Campiness is applauded on the show. People have brought it to the runway, but it's more than likely a reveal. And she did not do that. Now, when it comes to her challenge performance, We Write the Stories by Mariah Paris Balenciaga. She had a gospel number, and I was a little bit offended, only because it was definitely a mockery of the Black church, and I felt offended because she was not religious. You know what I'm saying? So I really felt like it was a mockery. I feel like she started off fine. Like her initial opening line was really funny, and I thought that it was actually going to, do better. The judges had an opposite effect. They said that she started flat and got better. I thought that she started strong and it just became, like I said, a mockery. Who I did think kind of outshined her in this a little bit was Lana. Like I said, I was really surprised with Lana's performance in this episode. And to me, she kind of stuck out of Joella's performance. And you don't want to be outshined, especially if you are doing a solo act. All right, let's go to our next duo on the Volume 1 team, quote unquote, and it is Ariete and Jules. And they had back rolls by Alyssa Edwards. All right, so let's talk about the runway. Ariete is not quilted. I tried to zoom in and see, and I still didn't see like that quilted pattern, the quilted stitching. Like that's when I heard the category, nobody has presented to me what I thought in my head when I heard the category. You know what I'm saying? I love the contrast though. It would have been fire if it was quilted. So cute outfit, wrong theme. Now, when it comes to Jules Sparkle, this to me is getting more on what I was thinking when I heard the category. I love the lining. The lining is definitely quilted. I can't remember what the outside looked like, but this is a nice safe look. And I like the contrast from the blue to the red here. Now, getting into their challenge, the back rows, I definitely felt like Jules outshined Ariete. And honestly, Jules had the better lyrics. And when it came to the camera edits, I don't know how much people really get how the camera shots really play into the comedy. Like when I used to do YouTube, I still do YouTube. When I did YouTube, oh my God, when I used to be on camera during my YouTube videos, the editing, the zoom ins, the zoom outs, like knowing what angles to shoot things, how it would add to the comedy. I don't really think people take that into account. And I feel like Jules had the better camera angles when it came to her lyrics, which is why she shined more than Ariete in my personal. And Jules had better Alyssa-isms that kind of like just really played into the song. I like that song though. I really did. I feel like they had some of the better lyrics out of everybody. But like I said, the camera angles really play into the comedic effect of it all. And it just wasn't directed well. Why did it take me so long to realize that I guess they had Lana Jarre playing Coco Montrese? Because I was like, what is this pink and this orange? Why she got this orange thing over her face? And I was like, Oh, they because if it was supposed to be Coco, they definitely should have had like a big Dorito chip or a big triangle, orange triangle or something, because it definitely took me a while. So, like I said, direction is kind of what didn't really play into their favor. That's why they didn't stick out as much as they thought that they would. All right, next up we have Hormona Lisa, and honestly, with her design, her runway look, this is getting into what I thought when I thought the Quilted for Your Pleasure. She's literally wearing a quilt with sleeves, but it's cute. Do y'all notice how I know Hormona Lisa is trans. She's a trans woman, and she wears a lot of the trans colors. It's kind of getting on the Tina Burner side, but in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it didn't work for Tina Burner because those were not appealing. Those colors were not appealing to the eye over and over and over and over again. But the pinks and the blues, and it's really soft. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why it's working for Hormona. I feel like that's why nobody has said anything about it either when it comes to switching up your aesthetic. We're going to talk about that later. Oh, wait. No, we need to talk about that now. I forgot. I'm happy that Michelle called out Ariete for her paint, her signature paint. It doesn't work in every look. That's the thing. Last week it worked because she really did blend out her nose and the white contour in the middle of her face. She blended that out so well that you could hardly tell that it was her signature look. She needs to know when to do it and when to draw it out. And Michelle hit the nail on the head when she said the nose on the head. Oops, no pun intended. She hit the nail on the head though when she said painting for cats, because that's what it was giving. Anyhow, Hormona Lisa and her challenge. I thought she did funny when they did the behind the scenes of the challenge. I was kind of worried for her, but it definitely played out on camera. I like what she said. Hold on, let me see. I nominate me. Like she got really voice deep with it. No, myself. That part right there. She got really deep with it, and that was funny to me. I think Hormona Lisa, because she did stand up for her talent, and what I think is Hormona Lisa is funny. She might win the reading challenge, honestly, but she's not stand-up funny. Everybody who's funny is not stand-up funny. Like, I've been told that I'm funny, but I'm not gonna go on stage and try to do no stand-up bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like Kiki with your girls funny, and then there's stand-up comedy funny. Like, you gotta know which type you are. All right, let's proceed. All right, so we have Miss Crystal Envy, and girl, this is Quilted for My Pleasure. I don't even need to get into it. Y'all see the material? The coat, quilted, big, luxurious, rich, expensive. Take the coat off and you got the bodysuit that's also quilted. Yes. 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 That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. She did that. Now, when it comes to Crystal's Unprofessional by Miss Latrice Royale, I think she did good. She definitely did a good job directing. She had a vision. It was executed. However, I feel like her extras upstaged her, because even though it was a vibe, I was sucked in. I was having a good time. Hey. I forgot that she was the center of attention. And that could be why she ended up not winning this show, this episode overall. Let's go ahead and get into our volume 2 girlies. This volume 2, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into our volume 2 girlies. And we're going to start with Miss Susie To. And oh my God, Susie, don't ever do the 1920s again. That is not for you. It's ugly. It's harsh. I think somebody else did her makeup on this entire episode. I am not going to hold you. I don't know if she did it or somebody else did it, but it works. Okay. Now on the runway, not my favorite look. Okay. Carson knew the reference. I didn't see quilted. I feel like I like the traditional quilted like pattern, like the stitching. So that's what I'm thinking when I hear the category. So I could be a little bit biased because to me it's just giving patchwork. But I'm just happy that she did a different look and it paid off. She looks beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know? Yeah, very much so. So when we get into her challenge performance, You're Perfect by Aja, I love the lyrics. Simple, catchy, on brand. And she looked good in this video, y'all. She looked damn good. You need to do the punk. punk rock 80s. Yeah, that's you. Let's switch eras. This is you. And the body was Patty. Did Corey help you out? Because, baby, Susie To, the challenge was a 2 for me. Okay, let's proceed. All right, next up we have Acacia Forgot, who I forgot last review. So sorry. And we have Sam Star. Sam Star, yes, she had a vision. She executed. She wanted to be a sleeping bag, and it is quilted. I love how she has the rhinestone encrusted zipper to match the bralette. And then she has the bed head, the hair over the satin pillowcase. Beautiful. The teddy bear has an accent, and then she turns around and it says, I woke up like this. Love, 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 love. Acacia Forgot. I actually like this look. The only thing I don't like is the sleeves. The sleeves and like this like bib collar area. I really didn't like that at all. I kind of feel like it took away from the look, but I like that she had the, what they call them, y'all? In her hair. I just call them lace. She just told me what they were called, though. I never knew that they had a name. But I like that the details from the sleeves incorporated in the hair. I love her grandmother's trunk. I love all of that. I really do. I just really didn't care for the sleeves and the collar of the dress. Now, but this is to me the prettiest that Acacia has looked on this on the season thus far. Now, getting into their song Star Quality, the epic Candy Muse and Tamisha Iman untucked moment that kind of brought untucked back from the dead. Okay, I think they did good. Susie To said that she wasn't getting salsa from the beat. I said, girl, how not? I mean, not salsa, tango from the beat. I said, how not? It worked. It worked. I do feel like they had good lyrics, and if they had done that dip and what's our girl name? Acacia Forgot fell on the floor. I feel like that would have definitely hit harder, but they kind of like did a spin instead, and she like just spun out the camera and made it seem like she fell. A little girl. I think the dip moment would have been better. I don't know if she didn't want to fall on the floor, but they did fine. They definitely had a safe performance. Now let's go ahead and get into On Your Nerve, who is not on my nerves by any means. The look. Okay, so the look, initially I was thinking, of course she had a concept. She always has a vision. She always, pays tribute to her heritage. That's what she said coming in. Anya's looks are getting better and better and better for me, because episode 1, I said, ooh, I want to like this queen, but she ain't gonna make it far if she don't get this look together. It is coming together. It is styled gracefully. And y'all know how Alyssa Edwards was brought back to teach Runway one season? Anya is going to be brought back to teach Runway in a future season. I promise you. Now let's get into the look. It is definitely styled correctly. I love how she did her eyebrows, the makeup, because it is giving tribal. Initially, I did not see the quilt, because like I said, I like the quilt stitching. I didn't see that, but on her Instagram, I got a better look. The lighting, I definitely saw the quilt. So I said, okay, that makes me like this look more. Beautiful on the runway. Now let's get into her Put Your Lighters Up by Laganja Estrange's stand-up comedy fail. Okay, love it. When it comes to the essence of this challenge, Ru said we're going to take these iconic moments and make them your own. And I honestly feel like Anya is the only person who did that, if I'm being honest. With the scatting, I feel like she made it her own. She took Laganja's like epic lines, but still put her in that. It definitely had the essence of Anya. What she serves on the runway is what she served in this challenge. So definitely had the highlight performance of the night. Out of all the songs, I have been repeating Anya, I've been repeating her lines, and my good sis here, Lexi, for some reason, I don't know why, this is your moment. It's catchy, even though it wasn't the best to me, but that line for some reason is just catchy to me. Let's get into the runway of it all, though. Oh my gosh, she looked good. I said, ain't no way my girl going home. Y'all tried to make it seem like my baby girl was going home. She cannot go home in this look. Not how she ate down. Absolutely not. Let's get into the details. Black quilt, hard to pull off. However, the jeweling, the studding in here, really made it pop and shimmer and shine. And she brought that accent on her boots and on the sleeves and on the hat. She kind of looked like a pin cushion. Was that the vision? And her fishnets are stoned as well. This is eleganza. This is rich to me. This is Monopoly. Damn, she looked good. Now, like I said, in her challenge, her song is catchy to me. And it definitely was a slow build, but a build. And my girl ate. Okay. Let's proceed to Corey King. This look is not quilt, it's curtain. It's not quilt, it's curtain. I hate the hat. I hate the hair. Those are my biggest things. I was actually okay with the fit, but the hat and the hair really just killed it for me. Hated it. Hated it. And yeah, let's get on Burger Finger for this look. Now, Corey, let's talk about the performance, y'all. Let's talk about the performance. She had Glamazon by Kennedy Davenport, our Texas queen. Crystallize. Trey didn't like the session. Tried to unalive her, but she came back. And she's ready for the Glamazon runway. Kennedy, what the hell? I'm sorry. The lyrics were not bad in Corey's performance, but it did get very much slow. So slapstick comedy, like the judges said, and it was effective though until the lyrics stopped, the instrumental played, and she kept the tripping bit where she kept tripping and falling. She kept doing that for too long. The first 2 times is funny. After that, it just kept going on and on and on. And I said, okay, and that is where you lost it. It was safe until you lost that. Now let's see if I could help Corey with this challenge. I feel like she should have done the makeup, how Kennedy did the makeup. I feel like she also should have. I like how she had the vision for the tearaway. I did. Her old outfit that didn't work to I guess a more sequenced version of it. But she should have had like that red part that was kind of looking like guts and roadkill that Kennedy had. She should have created something like that to put that on there to recreate that look a little bit, because then it would have went better with the vision with the song. I don't know if she was afraid to get ugly or not. And if you are afraid to get ugly, you're not gonna go far in this competition, Corey. Yeah, I think that's what her downfall was. Not enough lyrics. The instrumental kept going, so the slapstick comedy kept going, and then it kind of got, like into overkill mode. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, this led to, oh my gosh, let me make this bigger. I did not mean to do that. This led to Joella and Corey King and Arietti honestly being in the bottom, but the bottom 2 is going to be Corey King and Joella. Now, my personal opinion is, and they did Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls, but the remix, why did they do the remix? I feel like the girls could have ate this down if it was not the remix. What's going on with my slideshow? There we go. I thought they would have ate it down if it wasn't the remix. However, neither one of them really knew Snoop Dogg's part. Corey King just knew more of the words, because Corey also kept turning around and not looking at the judges because she didn't know what was going on either. Not when it came to Snoop Dogg's part. Okay. By watching Untucked, I feel like Joella spent more time crying and talking to the girls instead of practicing her lip sync. And that's what she should have been focusing on. That's what she should have been doing. I call sabotage. The girls didn't want her to practice. They didn't want her to concentrate. They wanted to talk her ear off so she wouldn't know the lyrics. So she ended up being eliminated at the end of the episode. And Joella, I would like to say your mom is still proud of you. That proudness doesn't stop just because you got sent home second. Okay? Your mom is still proud that you even made it this far. Drag is officially a career for you. You will always be a Ru girl. And that is how the episode ended. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Be sure you like, comment, and subscribe to stay tuned for more content just like this. Like I said, give me a thumbs up if you enjoy my commentary. It not only lets me know, but it lets YouTube know that you enjoy videos just like this. And leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Who was your challenge win? Who was your runway win? Let me know. Let's talk about it, y'all. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.